Hurricane fans, get ready for one of the biggest rivalries in college football. On October 26th, it's the Miami Hurricanes and the Florida State Seminoles at Hard Rock Stadium. It's an orange out, wear orange, and bring the noise in a game you don't want to miss. The Canes and Noles, October 26th. Tickets are going fast, so secure yours now by visiting MiamiHurricanes.com or by calling 1-800-GO-CANES.
Cats fans, come meet Stanley Cup champions Alexander Barkov and Gustav Forsling from the Florida Panthers at Palm Beach Autographs at the Mall in Wellington Green this Sunday, October 20th at 11 a.m. Can't join us in person? Purchase tickets or pre-order your autographed items now at palmbeachautographs.com. That's palmbeachautographs.com. Go Cats!
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Get ready to rev your engines because NASCAR is coming to Homestead Miami Speedway with the Craftsman Truck Series playoffs and NASCAR Xfinity Series playoffs doubleheader. Want tickets? We got them. Listen to ESPN 106.3. You may play our NASCAR or the movie Cars trivia game. Call in to Theoretically Speaking or Russo and Rizzo when we tell you to. Follow ESPN West Palm on all platforms and be on the lookout for contest details. To purchase tickets, visit HomesteadMiamiSpeedway.com.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
We got baseball. We got the WNBA cracking. Thursday night football. It is a plethora of sports going on, but I'm curious what your World Series pick is. It'll tell me a lot about you.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is Theoretically Speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. Especially those of culture. Especially those who enjoy October because there are so many different sporting events, things to lock in on. It's starting to get cooler out here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. Literally last night, C-Cat, who's also on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. Last night, the wife and I, before we made our Thursday night plans, because of course I wanted to sit at home and just watch a little Spencer Rattler, Bo Nix on the big screen and get some work done from the crib and maybe eat in. But the wife was like, hey, she had this novel idea. And she never suggests this, C-Cat. She never, ever says this. She said, hey, Theo, I would love to go out to dinner right now. Never says that.
No, it's usually you fighting to go out?
No, C-Cat, I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
That's like 8 times a week. So me being the good husband I am, I'm like, you know what? I will take a back seat to me being solely locked in on the game that mattered most last night. Again, Amazon Prime Video, the Saints and the Broncos. A shellacking, by the way. Remember I opened up yesterday, I said, I don't understand how the line is just 2.5. The Broncos are going to beat the living dog, you know what, out of the Saints. And like 2 minutes in, that's what started happening. But I was like, I don't have to lock all the way in on it. We can go out and eat. Maybe I can double screen it now wherever we go. Have a little Thursday night football action up here. Have a little ALCS action right there. And you marry the two. You're able to see it all, take it all in as a sports fan while also having my laptop out, getting some work in. Like, does that sound like a nice Thursday night to you, CK?
You know what? It does.
Yeah.
It does. I was going to poo-poo-poo all over your parade.
Yeah,
but you know what? If I could work at a restaurant, if I had that mental ability, I would love to do that. I don't have that mental capability. If I'm out, I can't do work at the same time. But
Why
you
not?
can.
Why not?
Because I got a full-ass something. I can't half-ass both.
Okay,
I can't half pay attention and then half do my work because neither of the things will get done.
You get most of the work done, though, during the commercial breaks. Right? And also, if you're watching baseball, there's so many pauses and breaks for you to do it. Les now, I know it's Les now. Oh, he's shaking his head. Big baseball guy, C-Cat. I'm sorry for saying that there's breaks in between baseball games. Is there not?
It doesn't. If you blink, you'll miss some stuff.
Oh, my. Get out of here.
Never go to the bathroom in the middle of an inning. Make sure you speed it up when you go to the bathroom during the change of pitchers because you'll miss something. Yeah, this time of year.
What am I going to miss?
Because the thing is.
What am I going to miss if I go to the bathroom in a baseball game? A couple of walks?
No, you're going to miss.
A stolen base attempt. Oh, my God. He got from first to second.
You have no idea the pain that I have felt because my TV provider, you kind of cut the cord, right?
Yeah.
CCAT decided it's a great idea to cut the
Smart
cord
man,
with this cable. Well, it went out in the 10th inning yesterday in the ALCS. So I was pulling my hair out trying to,
Okay.
Painful.
Well, let's get to how we consumed last night because last night was epic on all behalves with all of the games. The Dodgers, they marched all over the Mets. I did get concerned because right after game one of the NLCS, I said, yeah, they got this. That's over with. The Dodgers going to steamroll them boys, and then the Mets bounce back, and then 2 straight blowouts from the Dodgers, and now it's 3-1. So that was like a 10-2 final in that game. That was over with quick. The Yankees and the Guardians, they gave us a show. So this is what we did. I was a good husband. I took my wife out. We went out to dinner. We went to the first restaurant, and on the way in, I made sure I did my due diligence, C-Cat, because, again, I had my viewing appointment set up. I knew exactly what I wanted. One screen for work, one screen for Thursday Night Football. Gotta love Bo Nix. Another screen, see what the hell is going on with the Yankees and the Gardos. So I asked the host. I said, I see there's 3 screens in here. Would you is there a chance y'all might throw some Thursday Night Football on there? She said, of course. Let me seat you. So she sits me in front of the screen that she said that they might change. So the wife and I sit down. I pull out the laptop. I start getting ready to work. Not 30 seconds after that, C-Cat, she comes marching over to me and she says, excuse me, sir, the man that's running this spot right now is a Yankees fan. He's not budging. It's all Yankees Gardos tonight. He ain't watching no Thursday Night Football. If you want to watch that, you got to wait till the end of this game. Here's the problem, though, with that, C-Cat. There's no time limit on baseball games.
No, not at all.
I don't know. That was ambiguous. In fact, we did get extra innings last night between the Yankees and Guardians. It went to 10, and there's no way for me to know when she was going to be able to show me. I might have missed like a huge Bo Nix scramble. I might have missed Spencer Rattler running for his life and then fumbling the ball away only for that play to be eradicated by a flag. Like, there was some action.
We've had back-to-back Thursday Night Football games that were worth watching before last night. So you know what? Maybe there was a positive trend. Maybe get 3 straight.
I thought it was going to happen. And since she told me that, I actually turned over and looked from the direction she told me it in, and I see this smug guy with a Yankees cap on. I said, come on, babe, we're out of here. Me and the wife left.
Nice.
Man of principle. Mm-hmm. Go to a second bar, and guess what, C-Cat? They can't get Amazon Prime Video on the TV screen because they didn't got the damn subscription.
0 for 2.
So this is the thing. Here's my warning to you all. I'll tell you again. We'll go through what happened with the Yankees and Guardians because those 2 teams put on the show. It was an amazing ending. Of course, the Guardians win it in dramatic fashion. Here's my lesson to you all. Don't be like me. When the wife says I want to go out for dinner and there's games going on and there's multiple games at the same time, I'll let you know exactly what you need to do, and that is pull up to a place like Duffy Sports Grill.
Never will have a problem finding the game at Duffy's.
Do you think they would ever, if you ever sat down at a Duffy's, do you think they would ever say, oh, you're going to have to wait for this game to end before you can check this next one out?
I don't think they have that in their vocabulary.
80 or more television screens in every single Duffy's location. There's a reason why you do that. And Duffy's isn't just a sports bar. Of course, they have great food as well. They have 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. But you do that because you want to please everyone in the building. There's this old saying where you're like, you can't, if you try and please everyone, you end up disappointing everyone. I think that's it.
I think you got it.
Something like that. Yeah, if you try to please everyone, you end up disappointing everyone. Nobody ends up feeling content. But Duffy says, everybody's an MVP when you step through these doors. Duffy'sMVP.com. Hop online right now. Check out the menu, because I promise you're going to see like 5 things you like, starting with the starters and on through the entrees, jumbo wings, award-winning burgers, and then, of course, those 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. They're all over South Florida. That's the place you go if you want to watch multiple games at the same time, enjoy yourself, have good eats. So now you're pleasing your wife. Duffy's is pleasing you. Everybody's happy. That phrase doesn't exist when you step into a Duffy's. Duffy'sMVP.com. At Duffy's, our game is always on. But their game wasn't on at either one of these restaurants last night, C-Cat.
No.
Their games weren't on. So I had to do the most sicko thing I've ever done in my life in public. This is the level of shame you would hope you have. You would hope you have enough shame not to do this in public, but I actually was that guy last night. So in the bar where they couldn't get the Prime Video up, I had right in front of me, I had Virginia Tech, Boston College. I don't know why the hell that was on the screen. It was like 28-zip in the second quarter.
Probably one of those places where they just have ESPN on.
Yeah, that was it. That was it.
Yeah.
They're not even worried about things. Again, go to Duffy's. And then on the screen adjacent to me, a little bit further down the bar, they did have the ALCS going on, so I was able to see a little bit of the Yankees and the Guardians getting after it. But I pulled out my laptop, which I brought to do my work on, C-Cat, and instead of doing my work, I logged in, popped it up, and boom! Sean Payton revenge game, Broncos versus Saints in the Superdome right here on my handy-dandy laptop. And as the appetizers are coming out and as they're giving us our entrees and drinks, here I am with a headphone jack. Literally, I have an AirPod, whatever you call those things, headphone jack in my left ear. Wife on my right, she's talking to me here and there. I'm listening to my guy, Herb Street, and I'm locked in on some Prime Video football. I'm a sicko.
You're a sicko. You're a junkie. You're an addict.
Yeah.
No one needs Thursday Night Football that badly. That it's Broncos, Saints.
Yeah.
Rattler, Knicks.
Why not?
Al Michaels on the call. That game is designed to say, okay, it's baseball tonight, and that's okay.
Bro, first off, who wouldn't want to stick around to watch Spencer Rattler go 25 for 35, $170 through the air, 4.9 yards per throw there. Matter of fact, he didn't even have a touchdown, but so did Jake Haener, who backed him up. Jake Haener came in and threw a touchdown late to make it 10 points for those mighty, mighty Saints. Who that?
You talk about
who that?
Like, you've never discussed ever having marriage troubles with Ashley, but other couples in my life, this is kind of an inciting incident.
Yeah.
Where a wife would have their husband do this exact scenario. He couldn't even skip the Thursday Night Football game to have a nice dinner with me.
No.
That shows how much that he wants to have our marriage thrive.
That's
disgusting.
Bo Nix ran for 75 yards last night. You think I was going to miss Bo Nix putting on a display with his legs in a Sean Payton revenge game, his first return to the Superdome in prime time? You thought I was going to miss that just to sit down and have a quiet meal with my wife? Or, more importantly, did you think I was going to miss that to sit down in a damn restaurant with a guy who's a Yankees fan who runs the damn place, who refuses to accommodate me and even think about putting on a Thursday Night Football game so I can get my Bo Nix fix?
Disgusting. I really can't believe it. That game was awful. I'm glad the Yankee game bled into it so much to where I turned on the game, realized it was over, and then promptly turned that football game off.
Yeah. You're right. You're right to do so. But you know what? I'll stop all the he and ha-ha. We could get right to what actually happened, right? So, yes, Thursday Night Football was great. Yes, it did play out exactly how I told y'all it would. So you need to start. When I say something here on Theoretically Speaking, it's because I feel it right here in my heart. So you need to lock in on that and realize that this passion ain't just passion, man. It's some facts. 33-10, the Saints take the fat L. Their season likely over. The season not over yet, though, for the Cleveland Guardians. Let's pick this thing up in the – how about we start with the Yankees, right?
Yeah, eighth inning.
What inning was that? Eighth inning. Guardians are leading at this point. Who we got coming up to bat? Was it Aaron Judge?
Aaron Judge. Many have discussed how Aaron Judge has had his troubles at the plate in the most important part of the season, of course, the Major League Baseball postseason. Judge hit a home run the game before, silenced some of the critics, but it's when the Yankees already had a lead. Yankees down 3-1. Runner on. Aaron Judge comes to the plate, and here's how it played out.
Ready for a 1-2. Here he comes. Judge, line drive, right field, hit well, and it is up and out! Judge has homered! The game is tied at 3! Incredible! Aaron Judge in the clutch!
Sure did.
Okay.
In the clutch, tied the ball game up.
So it's 3-3 now in the 8th inning. You as a Yankees fan watching this, because this night, usually I hate all Cleveland sports teams. Like I root actively against them. This night, because of my little run-in with the Yankees guy, the hot shot with the hat on, with the smug look, I was rooting for the downfall of the Yanks. So at this point, I'm not so happy. How was you as a Yankees fan feeling scale of 1 to 10?
So context I forgot to include on the mound was Cy Young candidate closer Emmanuel Clase.
Okay.
And Emmanuel Clase, they had a Cleveland Guardian go on a podcast a couple months ago that said he's better than Mariano Rivera. I'll repeat that. Emmanuel Clase having a good year this year. Some people want him to win the Cy Young. Austin Hedges of the Guardians went on the record saying Clase is better than Mariano Rivera.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because Mariano Rivera, obviously the greatest closer of all time. I already know, Enter Sandman. I'm not a huge baseball junkie, but I respect the greats. Was he ever in Cy Young conversations?
Yeah, but it's kind of a numb thing where Mariano Rivera was so good that it was boring. He was a sure thing in the 9th inning that no one's ever been able to say about their closer because it was both in the regular season and now the postseason. Clase already gave up 1 home run or already gave up a run in this playoff run already to the Tigers, and it continued because after Aaron Judge ties the game up against this all-world closer, the best closer in baseball right now, up comes Giancarlo Stanton, who many are thinking, because of these postseason numbers he's putting up, might be headed to the Hall of Fame. Does he have one more in him? The Yankees already got their game-tying home run from Aaron Judge. Coming up to bat is Giancarlo Stanton. Take it away, John Sterling, WFAN.
1-2. Swung on and hit in the air to center field and deep. That ball is high. It is far. It is gone! Stanton and Judge have hit home runs, a back-to-back and a belly-to-belly. And the Yankees take the lead. Giancarlo, non si può stopparlo.
Hey!
I'm riding high, man.
My boy got some who's that again?
That's John Sterling, Yankee legend. He retired and just came back and said, you know what? I just want to do the fun games in the postseason. The Yankees were like, or WFAN was like, you know what? Sure, why not?
My boy got a little pizzazz, a little charisma, dog. I like the flair on that call. I also, if we could have all baseball games like this, C-Cat, sign me up. I'm here. I just want them all like this, though.
Yeah, the NLCS has been kind of lackluster because of the blowouts. And even this series, until last night, was a little bit sloppy baseball. Errors after errors, base running malfunctions on both sides. It's been pretty bad, sloppy, not postseason baseball in the ALCS. Last night was a change of pace, so I'm feeling good.
Yeah, Yankees are winning. You're feeling good. You're a Yankees fan through and through, so you're thinking, hey, we're about to go up 3-0.
I sent an audio message to the host that comes on after this, Mike Rizzo, big Cleveland sports fan, big Guardians fan. So I sent him an audio message that said, suck that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Does he have that audio message kept?
He does.
I hope he does, and I hope he plays that today. Yeah. Let's tune in after this show. Theoretically speaking, of course, I'm on the side of C-Cat on all things, but last night I was rooting against the Yankees, and it's nice to know that if you were feeling that way, I'm sure the guy that was running the restaurant that I dipped out of was feeling that way as well. And I'm telling you, I would like, and we're going to give our hopeful World Series picks. My World Series pick, what I would love to see happen, would include the Yankees. But last night, I wanted him to suffer. So, speaking of, what happened after that?
1-2-3 inning in the another 1-2-3 inning, but no runs in the 8th for the Guardians.
Clean 8th. Okay.
The Yankees tacked on a insurance run to make it a 2-run lead going into the 9th. 2 outs.
2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Yankees up 2 runs. And I believe 2 strikes, right?
2 strikes. Nobody's on base.
Okay.
Dude hits a bomb to dead center field. It somehow stays in the ballpark.
Okay.
So it's a double.
Okay.
Runner on second base now. Here comes this guy named Big Christmas. He's ahead in the count. Just take it away, Brian Anderson, because I don't believe that I need to hit this button.
Oh my goodness! Big Christmas has tied it! The ultimate present under the tree! Oh my goodness! John Kinsey Noel! The biggest swing of his life!
All right. Okay, so Big Christmas delivers a couple of months early here, and what I'll say is that was just to tie it up and send it to extras.
Sure did.
For the Guardians.
Mm-hmm.
That literally just tied it up. But we had this conversation because, again, we all know what happened, right? The Guardians end up winning. We had the conversation. That play, more thrilling, more exciting, a bigger moment for Guardians fans and the sports world at large than the play that ends up winning it.
Yeah, grabbing life where defeat has you in its grasp.
Yes.
You staring down the barrel of the gun.
Yeah.
And saving your own life. Not winning the fight, not winning the battle, not winning the baseball game. Just not losing it is more thrilling than winning it, if you ask me. The Ray Allen 3 to tie it up, to send that game to overtime for the Heat against the Spurs in Game 6, that's better than the maybe game-clinching shot in overtime to actually win that game.
Yeah, the greatest game in Miami Heat history was Game 6 of that 2013 NBA Finals, where Ray Allen hit the three in the corner, not the game that followed where the Heat actually won the finals in, which was kind of remembered by LeBron losing his headband. Like, you're 100% right. Tying the game, saving the season is way better. Because also, if the Gardos go down 3-0, it's over with, right? Like,
yeah, because no one in the history of baseball, minus the Yankees at one time, have blown a 3-0 lead in the ALCS.
Yeah, I remember. Was that 04?
Yeah.
Curse the Bambino, Red Sox.
It
Big
was
Poppy.
bad. David Robinson stole second base, and history remembers what happened there.
Yeah.
But Yankees go up 3-0.
Okay.
They've got 4 chances to close up the series. The series is effectively over. But now, one swing of the bat, all of a sudden, you have the home team with all the momentum. Crowd is absolutely rocking, going to extras. The Yankees are unable to cash in with a runner on base in the top of the 10th.
You got nothing.
We head to the bottom of the 10th. One man on. Take it away, Cleveland home radio, Tom Hamilton, on what ensued.
Swung on, hit high, hit deep to left. There she goes. How about that? A walk-up, 2-run home run to the bleachers and left by David Fry. And the magical 2024 season is not done by any means.
All right, so, I see my guy Mike Rizzo. Hey, Mike, can you come inside? Please, open the door. Open the door. I want Mike right quick. He was right there. Get your tail in the studio right now. Mike Rizzo, Guardians fan on Russo and Rizzo, which will be following us up. He better not be too busy to pull up on us. I hope he heard that. I know it's a little bit of a delay. That right there, the Guardians win and saving their season, a huge moment for Cleveland sports fans, which I might say this. They absolutely needed that more than maybe any city in America, right? Like, you're looking around. Ohio State just had an embarrassing loss where Will Howard turned into Dak Prescott and slid the game away. Then you also at the same time have a team where the Browns are listless right now. Their only hope is that Nick Chubb comes back from injury at running back and saves the season, because it feels like they're forced with Trotton Deshaun Watson back out there. But as much as I hate Cleveland sports and I hate on the team and the cities and all of that stuff, I had a glimmer of hope. I had a big smile on my face to see those Gardos save the day. Mike Rizzo.
It's always fun when you beat the Yankees, right? No one likes the Yankees but a Yankee fan.
America's wins when the Yankees lose.
Absolutely. Now, the MLB would probably disagree with you, because if the Gardos win, the ratings for the World Series. But listen, Cleveland always, we watch, okay? You'll at least get your $3 million from Cleveland. That's what I'll tell the MLB on
3
that.
million people?
But hey, I listen. I was going to save this for Russo and Rizzo, but...
Now give us your best stuff. Hold back.
We're back, baby! We're so back, Theo! Whoa! We got the magic! We got the mojo!
Yes!
I was down and dusted into the ground!
What?
But I came back up last night because of John Kenzie Noel, David Fry. Come on, C-Cat. It ain't over yet. The Yankees, it ain't over yet. I know they were counting their chickens before this thing came. I was doom and gloom. We're back, Theo. We're back, and we're going to take it tonight. We're going to take the next night, and we're going to win this thing in 7.
Woo! Wait.
Why are you getting hyped?
Hold on a second.
We're going to win this thing in 7.
Well, we're going
to win in Yankee Stadium.
So you're saying they're going to win a game still against y'all?
The Yankees are. Yes.
Yeah, okay. That kind of takes some of the wind out.
Now I'm, granted, SCK, I was dead in the water.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't even want to watch last night.
Yeah.
And then when
Me neither.
And then when Stanton and Judge, the back-to-back, the Judge and Stanton, I get that message from C-Cat.
Yeah, do you have it? Did you keep the audio message?
I don't think we're allowed to play it.
I didn't.
Are we allowed?
I didn't say bad words.
Yeah. Just have it. Just save that for Russo and Rizzo.
I have it, but C-Cat will have to have a conversation if we're allowed to play. I don't think we're allowed to play that.
You know what?
I didn't say any bad words.
Yeah.
I said what I said.
He already said it. I was going to say, I hope he didn't say any bad words.
I am afraid to say it.
Well, just say it on your show.
Play it on your show.
Yeah, play it on your show.
Yeah, but we will. But last thing, that godforsaken team. We can never get past that godforsaken team.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time. Now it's time. If you don't win this year, we're never going to beat that team. If you don't beat the Yankees this year after everything that happened last night, all the momentum, all the mojo, if you come out and you get stomped tonight and you lose the game tonight, you got to win tonight. It is it was a must-win last night. It's a must-win tonight. I reminded my Guardian fans, I said, guys, it doesn't mean squat if you don't win tonight. So win tonight. Let's win this thing in 7. Theo Dorsey, love you. C-Cat. Catch up on Russo and Rizzo.
Woo!
Go Birds, baby!
I'm not on their show today, so thank God.
I just realized that.
I think we got to organize a watch-along, Rizzo versus C-Cat, Yankees versus Guardians, similar to when we went to Duffy's in Delray to watch Chiefs versus Ravens.
We should.
Because I become a man unglued when it comes to watching Yankees baseball, because postseason baseball is just... It's a complete 180 to regular season baseball. I got a little intense with you, Ravens, Chiefs, but it was Thursday night.
It was the first game of the season.
Right? It was excited to watch football, this, that, and the third. But baseball's a little different.
You get a little sick. Okay. What I will say then, I do want to still. That was a moment. Do we pot the mics back down to a normal level? Are we good now?
We're good.
Because, and good work on the YouTube stream. Again, our YouTube stream is presented by Prize Picks. It's at Theo Speaking on YouTube. Make sure you tap in and subscribe. And you can watch back that video of Mike Rizzo going absolutely ballistic. If that was great work by you getting the screen fixed in time for that.
Me off air.
That was great. I'll wait. I also want to say this, though. All of that said, I don't want the Guardians in the World Series.
Man, you're a great audience because you were jumping up and down with Rizzo.
Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It's only transferred. And when Rizzo came in here with all that good energy and excitement, I joined right in. Look, I'm the same dude. If I go to a stadium and a team is chanting something catchy enough, I'm joining in. I love to get into the thrills and the joys of people's good energy. That's why I say good people. I like good people. I like good energy. I feed into it. So, yes, I was feeling the love there. I was rooting for the Guardians last night as well because, again, my feud with that restaurant manager with the Yankees cap on who was smug to me, and I know he went home and cried. I know he went because he had to watch it on all 3 TVs. One of those TVs could have been on Bo Nix, and he could have got his mind off of things.
Baseball will make you cry.
Baseball
I'll put it that way. I sit there in silence, and I grip my fist, and I just want no one to say a word to me. And I feel bad that for – the walk-off, for most of the game, I was actually watching it by myself with my dogs, and they were jumping up and down, wondering why I was screaming. My wonderful girlfriend came home as extra innings started, so I'm not going to blame the loss on her because that would be irrational.
Wow.
But she was talking to me, and she knows to keep her distance a little bit, but she needed the remote to change the channel to watch the football game. And I was sitting there in silence. I gave the strong side eye, are you talking to me?
Ooh.
Please don't. Please. I'm not a great loser when it comes to baseball. Football, I'm a football fan just as much as I am a fan of my favorite teams, whether that be college football or professional football. Baseball is different, man. It's such a regional. You watch your team for 162 games, and that's your team that's getting embarrassed on a national stage. It's your team that's behind enemy lines. And I've seen this before with Cleveland and the Yankees in their magical 2017 run where Frankie Lindor hit a grand slam that just snuck through the foul pole in Cleveland. So it was a tough night in the Cat residence. We just went to bed early.
Yeah, rightfully so. So you missed the end of that Thursday night football game.
I know. What did I miss? Jake Haener.
Yeah.
That's who I missed. Throw a touchdown.
First career passing touchdown, I would assume, if I knew who the hell Jake Haener was.
That's history, man. I missed that.
You did.
Stinks.
2 rookie quarterbacks dueling it out. Honestly, it was kind of fun to watch. I won't lie. I act like it was a guilty pleasure, but I'm not even that guilty about it because I was at a bar with the game on my laptop, and there were other people peeking over. The whole bar could see that I was sneak watching that game, and I still have no shame about it. But all of that being said, the stage is not yet set. We still have a chance for all 4 teams here in Major League Baseball. The Dodgers and Mets first pitch is tonight at 5:08. The Yankees and the Guardians first pitch 8:08. And Dodgers up 3-1. That series feels over. But you told me before the Mets have been a magical team all year.
Yeah, just when you think you have the Mets down and out and dead in the grave, they'll climb right out of it.
Yeah.
They have a team of destiny type vibe. They've got like 6 different rallying cries for that team. You always talk about, what was it, in the St. Louis Blues were in the NHL Finals. They were playing the song Gloria. Dancing on My Own was the Phillies' rallying cry. These songs, these motifs, the Mets have like 6 or 7. They've got a guy who was out of the league. They were singing a song called OMG that he made and produced.
Yeah.
And they played that in the locker room. They have the OMG sign. They have a rally pumpkin. They have the Hawk Tua girl. Because she threw out the first pitch for a Mets game.
Motivated.
Grimace threw out a first pitch. He's a rallying cry. Don't count out the Mets quite yet. I know it's 3-1. That series feels like it's over because you have big, bad Dodgers with big, bad Mookie Betts and Shohei Ohtani. Don't count out the Mets quite yet.
All right, but I will. And the World Series that I want to see is misspoke. The World Series I want, the World Series I am rooting for is Yankees versus Dodgers, because I'm an elitist and because I want the best for baseball going forward. Last year, we don't even remember who the hell was in the World Series because nobody watched that World Series. I want everybody to have their eyes on Major League Baseball in this fall classic. I want Yankees versus Dodgers. It's the only series that makes sense for all parties involved. Give me all the stars. But I'm curious, which 2 teams are you rooting for to be in the World Series? And I'll tell you what that says about you, because I feel like I can gauge a lot about a person based off of just this very fact. Which of these 4 teams do you want to see in the World Series between the Yankees and the Guardians and the Dodgers and the Mets? Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. We'll take your calls, and I'll assess the situation. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Which World Series matchup are you rooting for as baseball takes the main stage right behind Thursday Night Football? Is joint pain affecting your quality of life? At Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, our team is experienced in traditional joint replacement surgery as well as new, less invasive treatments with the goal of returning you to what you love as quickly as possible. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. We got a great show today. We got Todd Fleming from the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches pulling up soon. We also are taking your calls and your picks. Hit us up on social or call it in, 888-760-3776. Which World Series matchup are you rooting for? And on the other side, based on the 4 possible combinations, I'll tell you what that tells me about you. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Welcome to Homestead Miami, your home for the racing high life. A track as vibrant and colorful as South Florida. An Xfinity and Craftsman Truck Series playoffs doubleheader on Saturday. A Cup Series playoffs showdown on Sunday. And it's all caliente.
Side by side for the race lead.
NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway, October 26th and 27th. Get your tickets now at homesteadmiamispeedway.com.
Hell of a job, guys.
Time now for a PNC pause. PNC Bank is committed to making a difference in the lives of the customers they serve in the South Florida community. See how at PNC.com. You're listening to ESPN 106.3.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Trans World Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
ESPN 106.3 is presented by Rubenstein Law. 1-800-FL-LEGAL. Car accident, truck accident, Uber or Lyft accident, or a slip and fall. Call Rubenstein Law. Call 1-800-FL-LEGAL and visit one of our offices throughout Florida.
ESPN West Palm and Humana are proud to recognize military veterans within our local community. Our Veteran of the Month is Colin Durant. Colin served 5 years in the United States Navy, with additional service as an FMF corpsman in the U.S. Marines. Colin resides in West Palm Beach and continues to be an inspiring presence in the veteran community. He is a proud owl, graduating from Florida Atlantic University with a master's degree in business. Colin is an avid sports fan. His favorite teams are the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Phillies. His favorite athlete is Kevin Durant. Join us in extending our heartfelt gratitude to Colin for his unwavering service, sacrifice, and continued dedication to his fellow veterans. Colin Durant is the Veteran of the Month, presented by ESPN West Palm and Humana.
Time now for the coolest moment of the week. Presented by EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. EDS is yes.
Even if you don't celebrate Christmas, It was holiday season in Cleveland when the big bat came up to the plate, and with the Cleveland Guardians season on the line, 2 outs, you got 2 strikes. The big man delivers.
Oh my goodness! Big Christmas has tied it! The ultimate present under the tree! Oh my goodness! John Kinsey Noel! The biggest swing of his life!
John Kinsey Noel, 2-run blast that tied it up for the Cleveland Guardians, and the day would be sealed in the 10th inning as the Cleveland Guardians extend their season at least a couple of more games. They're down 2-1, and they're 3 wins away from the World Series. The EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing coolest moment of the week brought to you by our friends at EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing, of course. EDSIsYes.com. That's the website. I've said it before. I'll say it again. EDSIsYes.com. That's where you need to pull up, slap it in the domain, slap it in the search bar, because they are your trusted AC experts right here in Palm Beach County. They've got a 4.8-star Google rating with over 760 reviews. I got some people working on my roof right now, right? Like I got like 20 roofers on my roof. They literally woke me up at like 7:30 a.m. just hammering away, getting our roofs replaced. And as they were up there doing all that work, I'm like, if any of that damaging stuff you're doing, all that knocking around, if any of that somehow affects my AC unit in my attic, I don't know. Probably impossible, but that was my first thought. I said, well, good thing I am locked in with EDS Air Conditioning and Plumbing. I'm a Gold Plan member, which means I get 2 checkups. Also, when I need to call for emergency repair, which never happens, it hasn't happened since I got my new system from EDS, that on-call call is timely. It's going to be right there for me. And they have 24/7 support, whether you're a member or not. That timely service is available for everybody. You can even book them online right now. So check out your calendar and then go to EDSIsYes.com and make sure you're locked in. I know it's getting cooler outside right now, but you want to get that AC unit right, and you want to make sure you're getting it serviced year-round so you don't get caught up when inevitably that sun starts poking right back out and it starts heating up and your AC is not ready to full blast. For all your AC and plumbing needs, EDSIsYes.com. Oh, man, CCAT. That is, I promise you now, going forward, that's enough of my anti-Yankees rhetoric. You're mad at me because I sent you the sound of that home run shot like probably 10 minutes after it happened.
Yeah, my body was still cold.
Yeah.
Or still warm, excuse me. My body was still warm.
Yeah.
I was still sitting in silence on my couch, being to the detriment of my dogs and my girlfriend, and it was an unneeded reminder, but it was a great call.
It wasn't, and I promise you I didn't do it out of spite. I did it because I was working ahead for our show today. I was like, oh, I know we're going to need this for the show. Let me send it to CCAT so he'll have it ready to go. And it wasn't until you sent me back that threatening message afterwards that I realized, oh, yeah, he's a Yankees fan. He doesn't like the fact that Big Christmas, delivered.
Threatening's kind of painting me in a bad spot.
Yeah, no, it was threatening.
No,
you said something about my wife and kids, and I don't even have kids yet. I was like, what the hell?
Unborn kids.
Yeah.
Listen, keep them away from me.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't say that. I said, come on, I think.
It was not come on.
I'm pretty sure I gave you a come on,
It
jackass.
wasn't a come on.
Yeah, I gave you one of those.
It wasn't a come on. Let me see what it says. It says, oh, yeah, you literally did. Oh.
Come on, jackass.
But, it's communication's a two-way street. It's not just what you say or how you say it. It's how the person receives it. So I received it as a threat, CCAT. I was scared.
Too bad.
Scared for my life.
I hope you don't love something as much as I love the New York Yankees, because I will twist the knife. Because I know you can't possibly love anything like I love the Yankees. You don't have it in your heart.
I promise you, I didn't even do it intentionally, though.
Yeah, you're insensitive. You should think about those things before you start sending messages back and forth.
You are a professional, CCAT. I didn't tell you to get into sports talk radio.
I was wearing a Yankees jersey at work yesterday. You should have known.
I'm just saying, you still have to do your job. You have to do your job. So
I was off the clock.
You're never off the clock. You're never off the clock when you are in this bit. You know that. That's rule number 1. All right, so beyond all of that, now that I'm done poking the bear, which is CCAT, I thought he was a cat. He's a bear. He's a bear the way he tweeted at me yesterday saying he was going to, come to my house in the cloak of the night and get my family. Yeah, that's feeling in danger. I didn't want to say anything I couldn't say on radio. What I will say is Major League Baseball needs Yankees-Dodgers in the World Series.
It would definitely help.
Major League Baseball is in desperate need of the biggest stars in their sport on the biggest stage, especially at a time like this in sports where we're on the heels of what baseball produced us last year was what? Like D-backs and the Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
The Diamondbacks and the nobody watched it.
No one should have. It's football season. You need to be given a reason to watch playoff baseball to the common man. The common man is going to watch football, and on days that football is not on the television, they spend time with their family. That's when they do the apple picking and the pumpkin patch.
I'm going to keep it G with all Guardians and Mets fans right now. You have zero shot at making the Fall Classic. You have absolutely no shot at doing it because not only does Major League Baseball want it, the greater will of America wants it, and both of those teams are just better than y'all. So while I was rooting for the Guardians last night only because the restaurant manager guy spited me, and it was purely out of a backlash from what he did to me, by not turning the channel, by not turning off his playoff game for his favorite team so that I could watch Bo Nix versus Spencer Rattler in primetime, I was still mad. But the World Series matchup I would love and that I'm rooting for in all seriousness, I would love to see Dodgers versus Yankees. I would love to see Shohei. I mean, this whole season's been about two guys, Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani. It would be nice to see the season culminate in both of them going up against each other.
That would be pretty cool, but as a Yankee fan, of course, you can just put it in pen. I want the Yankees to make it to the World Series.
That's all you want. That's what you want for sure.
But I also am pretty confident I want the Mets there too because Yankees-Dodgers is two very pretty much unlikable brands. If you're on the West Coast, you hate the Dodgers. If you're on the East Coast and most of the rest of the country, you hate the Yankees. So I want America to be able to choose. And I like being the bad guy. I like being the big jerk Yankee fan that nobody can handle and nobody wants to deal with. And the Mets are a lovable underdog. They're still New York, and it's one city for one series.
They're not that lovable.
In comparison to the Dodgers, yes, they are.
Okay.
So I want the David versus Goliath, and I'll be the Goliath as a Yankee fan.
All right, so here it is. I'm really good at diagnosing these things. I have a very strong spirit of discernment. And out of the 4 World Series matchups you can be pulling for, I have a great description for what that means for you. So for me, I want Yankees-Dodgers. It's because I'm an elitist. I want the best. I want the best on the biggest stage. Anybody that wants Yankees-Dodgers like me, first off, congratulations. You're a person of good culture. And secondly, you're an elitist. For anybody that's like CCAT and you want Yankees versus Mets, you're from New York. If you are cheering for the Yankees and the Mets to have a Subway Series in the World Series, you're from New York. There's nobody else in this world. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Call in right now or comment on the YouTube stream right now at Theo Speaking. If you want Yankees versus Mets and you're not from New York, I'll give CCAT $25 in the House West Palm gift cards.
Nice.
Right now.
Yes,
instantly.
Please.
I will.
Live,
you can earn CCAT $25 in the House West Palm gift cards if you can prove to me you're not from New York, but you actually want the Yankees and the Mets in the World Series, because who the hell wants to see that? Nobody's going to – you're going to have less viewership on that than you would for Yankees-Dodgers.
Yeah, probably. I think
way less.
The rankings go probably Yankees, Dodgers, number one in ratings. Yankees, Mets, number 2. And then Guardians, Dodgers, then Guardians, Mets would be the least watched.
Nobody's watching Yankees, Mets but y'all.
Yes, they would.
No. Nobody's going to watch Yankees versus Mets except for people either from New York or people living within that state. That's it.
If you give good games, I think that it would carry over. If they're all blowouts, I think you have a bad taste in your mouth about the NLCS.
We want to see Shohei. Yeah, I do.
Aaron Judge, Garrett Cole, Giancarlo Stanton. You want to watch those names.
Versus Lindor, and that's it? Well, what's the Mets guy? Name me a name that's going to resonate.
It is Francisco Lindor, of course. Pete Alonso, home run king.
Oh!
That's his World Series every year. It is the home run derby. I mean, now he's in the World Series.
Oh, wow.
See, that's what I would want. Yankees, Mets, David versus Goliath, a redo of 2000. I think that would be sick.
Well, you're from New York. I literally had it written down right here, and you proved it to me because you're literally from New York. So if you want Yankees, Mets, you're from New York. And as you see, nobody called because they all know they're going to have a New York area code, and they're going to be like, give me the Yankees and the Mets. Don't waste my time.
What was that? That was a Mucinex mascot. That wasn't a Yankee, a New York
it's like a New Yorker.
offense.
Give me the Yankees and the Mets, man. I'm from New York. I like the Yankees and the Mets or whatever. I don't know how y'all talk.
You think that's a New York accent, you're going to love what we do next. I'll put it that way right now, Buster.
What is your
I got dogs.
Oh, you're right. So let's get to that, but give us your World Series matchups in the YouTube stream. I'll give you your 2 other diagnoses. If you want the Mets and the Guardians, if you're actually on your couch pulling for the Mets and the Guardians, you're a loser. Yeah. It's just, you're a loser. Absolutely. If you want the Mets and the Guardians on the big stage, you're a loser. And if you want the Guardians and the Dodgers, if you're looking for the Cleveland Guardians and the LA Dodgers in the World Series, you hate New York. And I can understand that. All right, it's football season, man. I know it's the World Classic, but it's football season, so it's time for us to deliver to the people what they should be locked in on. The underdogs, because C-Cat, you're so great at picking them out. Let's get to cats and dogs.
David versus Goliath.
Be a dog.
Rocky versus Apollo Creed.
We don't need no meow.
Average Joe's versus Globo Jim.
We don't need no cats.
C-Cat versus the Sports Book.
We need more dogs.
Underdogs are the lifeblood of sports. And every week, C-Cat gives you the underdogs that will shock the world. Welcome to Cats and Dogs.
There's no 2 ways about it, folks. Cats and Dogs have been off to a rough start. 7-12 against the spread heading into this football weekend. It's time to take a trip back, to move forward. Return to my roots. Return to where I cut my teeth as a boy. Watching the baseball these past 2 weeks reminded me who I am. I'm a New Yorker, Theo. I love New York.
That's not a good New York accent.
To dog number 1, we are fading little brother, the smelly New Jerseyans in Rutgers. The 4-2 Scarlet Knights are only 5-point favorites at home in that godforsaken state. First 1-4 UCLA Bruins. The Bruins? Forget about it. Forget about it. Give me UCLA plus the 5, Ark. Never forget the Bev. Never, never.
Are you even from New York?
Upstate. Rutgers plus the 5.
Only because the New York accent sucks. I have no angle on that game, but I know that I sounded more New York than you do.
We head to Long Island, where my favorite summers were spent with Aunt Eleanor at the North Shore. The Wagner Seahawks, 5.5 home dogs to St. Francis Red Flash. Easy money, bet the Seahawks. Take those Wagner guap and buy yourself a bagel and cream cheese. Wagner, 5.5.
I'm with you on that one because we won on Wagner, but I still don't think you sound like you're from New York. You sound, I don't know what you sound like. I mean, maybe like Sicily or something. I don't know what you're emulating. Have you ever been to New York?
My Long Island accent is actually better than you're giving credit for. Yer? NFL Sunday, where the real bread is made. Hey, yo, let me get a chopped cheese, dead ass. Giants are 3-point dogs to the Eagles. I'm not fronting. Malik Neighbors back. Giants offense has been mad tight with that kid. Eagles are whack, no cap. Saquon, he's a fake. Since New York lost to the Buzzsaw Vikings, that D slaps. Allowed 21 points or more only once since that game. They're going to feast on Hurts like a bodega. Take the G-Men, plus the 3. That's all I got. Go Yankees, B. Dead ass facts. In summation, take the Giants, plus the 3.
Nobody from New York would ever say in summation.
Wagner from Long Island, plus the 5.5.
Cats and dogs.
And Rutgers going to lose.
I'm with you on the Giants to cover. I think the Giants can mess around and win that thing, especially with Neighbors back. Cats and dogs with C-Cat. That right there, it always delivers. It's always hilarious. I think the funniest part about Cats and Dogs today is he literally does not know how to do a New York accent, and he's from New York. And I know he's from New York because he wants the Yankees and the Mets in the World Series. And the only way you possibly, in your own mind, are like, I want to see the Yankees and the Mets in the World Series, in the Fall Classic. As if you're from New York and you talk like that. Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, C-Cat. And do we have a call? What's Sean want?
Sean wants to talk about my accent.
Okay, we'll get Sean on to talk about your accent. First, I want to tell people about the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. This is literally one of my top 5 events annually here in Palm Beach County since I moved here, and it's starting to move up the ranking because the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, the transition that it's starting to take on, I'm very excited for it, and we have CEO of the Cognizant Classic with us today, Todd Fleming. He's going to join us in about 5 minutes, so stick around for that. That dude is electric. He'll bring the energy, and he'll also tell us about the new VIP experiences that await South Florida's only PGA Tour event. It's the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, February 27th through March 2nd at PGA National. If you want to host colleagues and clients at the Shoreline Suites, maybe you want to mingle with family and friends at the 1909 Terrace, or you could treat yourself to the ultimate VIP week at the Yellow Flamingo Club. And people out here love getting VIP. They love getting VIP anywhere they go. So you're going to want to lock in when Todd Fleming comes on the other side here. And he expresses the joys of what the Cognizant Classic and the Palm Beaches are going to bring you, again, when the PGA Tour comes to town late February. Todd is already he's ready to let the people know, CK.
Yeah, he is.
He can't wait. I can't wait to get him on here and talk about it. Limited spots remain. So before Todd even gets on here, you might want to hit up right now, cognizantclassic.com. Check out some of the suites, some of the hospitality options. Get on it before he starts talking about it, because then maybe you could book it before everybody else starts doing it, because I promise you're going to want to jump in on it. Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches coming your way soon. All right, Sean. Sean is joining Theoretically Speaking. Sean, are you from New York?
No, but I live in the on planet Earth and in the United States.
So, what grade would you give C-Cat's New York accent? Because what was your initial reaction? Because obviously it was so bad that you called in about it.
Yeah, we didn't ask for callers about the accent.
We did not.
No. Listen, and Kat, I love all you guys, and thanks for having me on. I haven't been on in a while, and I mean no disrespect, and and I don't mean to take away from your fandom as the Yankees fan. If you went, if you took the train to the stadium and sat in the press box and then took the train home, and I don't know what happened there, but is it like Albany? Where are you from exactly?
From Orange County, New York. The train ride away, an hour and a half. Commute to the city on a bus for a summer.
Okay, so you obviously missed at least the Goodfellas movies and any of the other Godfathers that could have given you some reference, right? So the Long Island sounds like. Can
you do better, Sean? Give us something better, Sean. You're coming at Cat, but I haven't heard you try one.
Well, you know what he says? It sounds like it's a freaking atrocity up in there with his accent. It's god awful. It's freaking god awful.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. I like that, Sean. Look. C-Cat, take notes. Sean, thank you for the call. Thank you for clearing that up, because I thought again, because I'm not from New York. I frequent, I pull up. I'm around it. I know a lot of New Yorkers. I hear them talk. I thought maybe I was off base by thinking C-Cat's New York accent was bad. And by the way, C-Cat, you have an amazing country Southern accent. You did that last week for Cats and Dogs.
Yeah,
it was spot on.
And
I'm from the South.
Yeah, I lost a step. I've been away from New York for too long.
Yeah, we got to get you back.
I've been long allotted by not having a dialect that someone can pinpoint where I live or grew up or have lived for a long time.
It's a nice thing, yeah.
I do a couple of things that are a little bit New York, just kind of what I call things in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been struggling a little bit. But before we go to break, Theo, got some trivia for you.
You saw me looking for it. I was going to punch it for you.
Drew Brees last night in Thursday Night Football, the game nobody should have been watching.
But I was on my laptop in a bar.
Inexplicably, it's a sign of call for help in that aspect. Drew Brees was entered into the Saints Hall of Fame. My trivia question for you, Theo, and for Todd Fleming when he joins us after the break, and for anyone at home in the YouTube chat, my question for you, Theo, is who has caught the second most touchdowns from Drew Brees in the regular season. I'll give you number one.
I know number one.
Marquise Colston. He's got 72 touchdown catches from Drew Brees in the regular season. He is number one.
Yeah.
My question for you, Theo Dorsey, who has caught the second most touchdowns from Drew Brees in the regular season in Drew Brees' NFL career?
Is it the savant of slants, or is it a man who played college basketball for the University of Miami? Those are the two things I'm angling at first, but we will get the answer on the other side. Again, CEO of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, Todd Fleming, are going to join us. We're going to play some Who Missed the Cut. Going to be a good time. A little Heisman talk today. C-Cat is on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos, struggling with his New York accent. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hi, I'm Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. As you have likely seen and heard, law firm advertising is at an all-time high. Attorney ads seem to be part of every radio and TV commercial segment. Some firms are even using paid actors and actresses to speak for them. At Smith Ball Baez and Prather, we know that the decision to hire a law firm should never be based on advertisements alone. It is our past results and many positive 5-star reviews that we encourage you to read at smithball.com to learn more about our law firm. We have board-certified lawyers. We have lawyers listed in the best lawyers in America and in super lawyers. But most importantly, we have experienced lawyers located right here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast that are ready to be your advocate and your voice, and fully prepared to start fighting for your legal rights today. Our purpose, legal power. Our mission, huge results. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Huddle up at Hurricane Grill and Wings, where every day is game day. From our famous wings to our refreshing new cocktails, we're serving up the flavors you crave. And score big with our happy hour deals. It's the perfect spot to catch all the football action while enjoying your food faves, cocktails, and beer. Don't miss out. Grab your friends and family and swing by Hurricane Grill and Wings to see what everyone's cheering about. Visit hurricanewings.com to find the restaurant nearest you.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or bradleyair.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Welcome to Homestead Miami, your home for the racing high life. A track as vibrant and colorful as South Florida. An Xfinity and Craftsman Truck Series playoffs doubleheader on Saturday. A Cup Series playoffs showdown on Sunday. And it's all caliente.
Side by side for the race lead.
NASCAR playoffs weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway, October 26th and 27th. Get your tickets now at homesteadmiamispeedway.com.
Hell of a job, guys.
ESPN West Palm is highlighting the best performance of the week, presented by Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Every week, a different team will be featured across ESPN 106.3 and ESPN West Palm Play. The winning performance receives $500, courtesy of Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Do you know a team, player, or school with a killer performance? Nominate them by emailing highschool@espnwestpalm.com. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Go where the pros go.
Lease the new 2024 Range Rover Evoque 250S today at Land Rover Palm Beach for only $499 per month with a 42-month lease and only $47.50 down, plus fees and first month's payment. Head over to Land Rover Palm Beach today, located on Okeechobee Boulevard just past the Turnpike, or visit LandRoverPalmBeach.com to set up a test drive of the new 2024 Range Rover Evoque 250S. Land Rover Palm Beach, above and beyond.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit SignoramawPB.com.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. Welcome on into the happy hour here on Theoretically Speaking. It's your boy Theo Dorsey. We got C-Cat on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. We do have to address something that it literally shook up the very nature of this show and the direction we were going. It was C-Cat trying to do a New York accent. He's from upstate New York. He tried to do a New York accent, and he's enraged a lot of our New York fans in this listening area. And, of course, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the guy who – this is your second time on the show, huh? Second time. Yeah. Todd Fleming, CEO of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. He's pulling up on a Friday. We're going to play some Who Missed the Cut. We're talking Heisman running backs here, and I already see the smile on your face. You ready to rock?
I'm ready to go. I'm glad to be back, and I would say – upstate New York is really Canada, so I can see where people are kind of mad.
See, that's the thing, though, because if you're from New York, you consider me upstate New York. But I'm an hour and a half away. You can commute to the city from my hometown. So depending on who I'm speaking to, I'll say upstate New York or I'll say New York.
Just New York. He told me New York, so for the first 2 or 3 months knowing him, I thought he was just from New York City, and eventually I learned that about him.
That's the difference. Yeah. He said, when I'm an hour and a half commute, that's not the city.
Commute.
Right?
Yeah, you don't call something a commute if you live in it.
Yeah, there's a lot of farms in my town. I'll put it that way.
You're from Ohio, Todd.
I'm from Ohio. I'm a farmer too. I really shouldn't be talking, right? Because I'm from the Midwest, so I shouldn't be saying anything.
Yeah. Well, ready to say something. Who do we have here on line one?
We got Doug in Jupiter.
Doug is in Jupiter, and Doug wants to say something. I'm assuming Doug is from New York, and he probably was personally offended by C-Cat's New York accent. So, Doug, first off, where are you from, Doug? I don't want to assume.
No, I'm from Cincinnati, but I've lived in Jupiter 38 years. But look.
Hold on a second, Doug. Pump the brakes right quick, Doug. Hold on. Our guy, Todd Fleming, is from Cleveland. Columbus, Ohio. So 2 Ohioans.
You're kidding.
Yeah. Doug, right. I love you already. We're family.
Chili, baby. Yeah. So, look, I'm not enraged by C-Cat. I'm much entertained by C-Cat. That was one of the funniest things I've heard in a long time. He was veering from a British accent into more of a Boston accent, but he sounded like Ringo Starr if Ringo Starr had someone squeezing his testicles or something. It was one of the funniest things I have ever heard. I almost drove off the highway. So look, I listen to this station for sports, but you guys have got a comedy show here, man. It's really, really good.
Oh man,
so, Kat, you've got a homework assignment. You got to go and watch Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta. You got to watch Goodfellas or The Godfather. One of those 3 you got to watch over the weekend, and then try it again next week.
There we go. That's your assignment.
Caller of the week right there.
We love Doug. We love Doug.
Leave it to somebody from Ohio to call it out and have a good spiff.
Did Todd plant Doug?
I think so. I live in Jupiter now, too, so maybe I called Doug before getting in here.
Yeah, Todd might have pulled up here. Todd Fleming, CEO of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beach, who, by the way, you're going to be joining us every Friday for like the next – in perpetuity. Let's just say that for now.
Let's just do it that way. I'm having so much fun with this, and I'm going to be here every Friday.
You before we get into who missed the cut, and I'll leave you alone for now, C-Cat. You have your homework assignment for your New York accent for next week, thanks to Doug. If you call him Caller of the Week, you do have to fulfill his his homework assignment.
It must be.
Yeah, it's a must-have. Todd, you how often are people now coming to you? Because how long have you been living here in Palm Beach County now?
About 8 months.
About 8 months when you started with the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, the PGA Tour, which comes to town February 27th. And it's going to, this is an annual event here in Palm Beach Gardens that people set their watches to. Like, they can't wait to pull up on it. But there's had to, be honest with me.
Yeah.
There's been some trepidation. People are curious.
Oh, yeah.
Cognizant Classic. What's going on? Who's this Todd guy? What's the most frequent question you've been getting about the Cognizant Classic, and how do you help answer and ease some of people's concerns?
Yeah, look, I think it's true. 8 months in a new title partner, we're still trying to find our footing of exactly how do we tell our story, right? So the biggest common question is, what's it going to be different? How's it going to be different? And the quick answer to that is, the reality of it is not a lot is going to change, right? So, but there are some advancements and some elevations to the tournament that we're going to do.
I saw a couple of these things here. Like, what is it? Can you tell me the Yellow Flamingo Club? Because I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to be sitting, and it sounds like that's where I want to be.
This is going to change the game for hospitality and how we attend an event for this program. So think of Soho House meets golf, right? So that type of membership type concept. The one thing that this is going to do, you're going to have 3 different experiences inside of one experience of the Yellow Flamingo. The Butcher's Club inside the resort, Michelin star restaurant, Michelin star chef. Ooh. It's going to be part of this. We've got a private structure on 18 that's only for Yellow Flamingo Club members. And then we carried it through, Theo, to hole 17.
Yeah.
So there'll be a private structure on 17 as well. So all-inclusive food and beverage. It's going to be the creme de la creme type scenario, but it also is our 2 most important holes at the 2 most important moments of the tournament, Saturday and Sunday, coming down the stretch. Yellow Flamingo members have the best view to watch the shots come into the green.
Wow.
And as the final putt drops and the champion raises the trophy, you're in the photo.
That's different.
Very different.
Because usually all of the elevations have just been only centered around the bear trap there, which is, again, historic. It's still going to have a lot of priority, but you're saying now 18 is all wrapped up in it as well.
Yeah. I mean, look, you got to follow the data, right? Where people showed last year, there was a lot of interest coming down the stretch on Saturday. Yeah. Sunday was a little bit rained out, but then on Monday, when everybody came back, 18 was a very, very popular spot for people to get close to the ropes.
Yeah.
So, but look, 17 is always going to be 17. The bear trap's going to be what it is, and that vibe's going to continue to go on. But we have to start to figure out ways to drive more and more interest into 18 as well. This is a cool way to do it.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what that looks like. We'll talk more about the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, but what is even more pressing right now, just because it's closer in date, it's only because it's closer in date, not in priority to us. It's the Heisman race in college football.
It's heating up.
Like, this is a throwback year because it's not just all about the quarterbacks. I pulled up the odds here in college football, which, by the way, tomorrow's slate is going to be almost as sexy as last week's slate. This is going to be another Saturday where all eyes are going to be on college football. And you're an Ohio State guy?
I'm in the loser category. I'm on a 1-week losing streak. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I mean,
all right.
Just slide a little earlier.
Slide a little bit earlier. Yeah. Know the rules to the game as a
right.
coach. You know, that may help. Yeah.
There's a lot that bakes into what happened there, but we'll leave you alone. Y'all still are alive. 12-team playoff. Heisman odds. Heisman odds right now as they stand. 4th longest, or I guess shortest odds. 4th shortest odds to win it. Miami's quarterback Cam Ward, plus 650 right now. 3rd shortest, Travis Hunter at plus 600. Okay. 2nd shortest, Dylan Gabriel, plus 260. And the front runner for the Heisman Trophy right now, not only is he in Boise, Idaho, he's playing the position everybody told me to forget about.
Right.
And that's running back. Ashton Genty at plus 230. The dude is in the driver's seat, literally at Boise State, Mountain West.
Yeah.
Mountain West football, and he has a chance to be the lone man standing up there in New York at the end of the season, hoisting the most prestigious trophy in all of sports. Yeah. That in itself, impeccable. Are you a quick trivia before we do our who missed the cut? Do you remember the last person to play running back and win a Heisman is?
Oh, absolutely, I do.
Who's that?
2015, Derrick Henry.
Come on, man. Ty's on it. Ty's on it.
But think about it. Almost a decade without a running back winning it. I mean, this would be monumental if he pulls this off. But can I zag really quick?
What's up?
I actually think Cam Ward's going to win it.
I'm a Miami Hurricanes fan.
And I'm not saying that because they're our region.
Yeah.
I actually think if he can run the gamut in the ACC, I think you got to give it to that man for coming out of nowhere and delivering a result. I think he wins it.
He has if Cam Ward's going to win the Heisman, tomorrow's game at Louisville, I think it needs to be a blowout.
Yeah.
I think it needs to be not just a blowout, but he has to have a couple of those prolific moments that he's had early in the season, but on that stage against that defense that people think so highly of, because the rest of Miami's schedule is just so dull. You have the Florida State game at home.
Right.
He'll show out in that one because Florida State will roll over.
Right.
After that, you're waiting until the ACC championship game again to actually have real eyes on you. So I would hope, again, we'll find out this weekend a lot about the Heisman race, but what we know now is a running back.
Running back's in the mix. He's in the mix.
A running back,
fun to see.
Not in the Power 4.
Right.
That's double jeopardy.
Not an Alabama
insane.
running back.
Yeah.
Like, not Ohio State running back, not a Miami running back, a Boise State running back.
But he did. But I mean, look at what he did against Oregon. 90 some odd yards in that game. I mean, that propelled him to the forefront right there. So if he just keeps going and there's no fall off, no injury, it's probably his to walk away with. Unless what we were talking about with Cam Ward. If he does something, runs the table, has a big weekend this weekend, and then obviously pulls it off in the ACC championship game, then I think he's got to be in the discussion for the win.
That would be the person that I would want to bank on. Out of this top four, Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Dylan Gabriel, Ashton Genty, I think Cam comes with the most value because I don't think there's a way Travis Hunter gets it, and we'll get to his comments. I don't know if his comments necessarily hurt him so much as the fact that he plays both ways and he's wearing himself out and Colorado won't win enough hurts him in getting the Heisman. Dylan Gabriel, I don't see it.
Well, there's going to be a slip up there. Again, I mean, Oregon, the Big Ten is going to be too tough.
Yeah,
right? So there'll be a slip up, but I think you said the most important thing about Hunter.
Yeah.
They're not going to win enough.
They're not.
Right? So I don't know if you can give the Heisman Trophy to somebody with 3-4 losses, right?
It's tough. The last person to do it, RG3, I think, had 3 regular season or 4, and Lamar Jackson had about 3. Yeah. It's tough to do it, but again, I would if I were a betting man, I would look at those odds on Cam Ward. But how about this? We get back to the discussion of running backs. We're going to play a game here. It's called Who Missed the Cut. We've played it before. Oh, yeah. Here's the way it works. We'll give you 4 options of players, and just like in golf with the Cognizant Classic going into the weekend, somebody's got to miss the cut. We find out who right here.
Oh my goodness, this is not good. It's beyond hard to watch.
4 will enter, 3 will survive. It's time for Who Missed the Cut, presented by the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, February 27th through March 2nd.
It's on, baby.
Let's go.
And we're talking not just Heisman winners, but specifically Heisman running backs of college football past. That is the subject. There's been 43 running backs all time to win a Heisman. And these names right here I'm about to give you, Todd, C-Cat, it is going to be tough for us to decide who misses the cut right here. Number 1, Barry Sanders. Number 2, Reggie Bush. Number 3, Archie Griffin. I know you're an Ohio guy, Todd. Yeah. And then 4, Bo Jackson. So again, of these 4 Heisman-winning running backs, Bo Jackson, Reggie Bush, Archie Griffin, Barry Sanders, all had style, all had aura, all won Heisman trophies. One of them had it taken away and had to go get it back.
Yep.
Which one of these guys do we feel like misses the cut? So we start like this. So it has to be another part of the rules for here.
Okay.
Because again, this is the democracy right here. This is for the people. I want us all to be able to agree on who misses the cut. So we'll decide it out amongst ourselves. Who's the one player that sticks out on this list of running backs who we know for sure we have to protect from missing the cut?
C-Cat, I think you should go first. Last time I went first. You go first this time.
I think Barry Sanders.
That's your first guy you would say we have to protect.
Yes, because Bo Jackson, I went to go ask him to sign a baseball for me once, and he turned me the cold shoulder. I've got a personal vendetta against Bo Jackson.
So Bo is already dangling.
Yeah,
he's dangling.
We already know which direction Bo's going in his mind, right?
He's 3 over at the turn.
Yeah.
Yes, so Barry Sanders is the guy that I would save first. I think that he's undoubtedly going to make the cut.
It's hard, Todd, for me to have a running back conversation. I don't care if it's pee-wee, high school, middle school, pro, or college. If Barry Sanders is in that conversation, it's hard for me to not have him be safe, right? Like to not pick him.
I think we can put this one to bed. A line. I mean, the guy changed the game.
Yeah.
And then again, I know we're talking Heisman in college, but the ability of what he did to carry a franchise in the NFL, you got to have that guy on your team all day. So I think he's a lock. He's saved. He's made the cut.
He's a lock. So here's the appreciate it. We locked him in. Barry Sanders is safe. We have 3 guys left here. Heisman running backs who missed the cut. Bo Jackson, Reggie Bush, and Archie Griffin. One's got to go. And what I'll say is, there's no parameters to this, right? Like you can take into, your context that he didn't sign a bat for you. You could take into context what he did in the league.
Yeah.
Anything goes here. It's just about Heisman winning running backs and who missed the cut. Bo Jackson, Reggie Bush, Archie Griffin. Can I do something right quick?
Please.
Like, can I protect Reggie Bush?
Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth. He has to be protected.
He went 20 years without his Heisman trophy. He won it, and we all watched him win it. And then the NCAA, with all their little silly rules, stripped it away from him. Yeah. There's no way I'm going to be on a program that doesn't show some love to a guy that had to suffer and endure through that. Reggie Bush is safe.
Reggie Bush is safe. I'll take you to Miami, Florida.
Yeah.
USC versus Oklahoma national championship game. Go back and watch that game and then watch the next season. That man dominated the game of football and changed the way that position was played for a certain period of time in college football. He made the cut.
Reggie Bush makes the cut. Barry Sanders makes the cut. The behind-the-back juke with the football, we all were doing that.
Yeah.
We all were trying to do it.
At least trying it.
Yeah. We all were attempting that. A lot of us were fumbling it off our elbow and getting in trouble.
Yeah.
C-Cat, do you have any problem with us protecting Reggie Bush?
Reggie makes it.
Yeah.
I know he has a close kind of in the memory because he just got it back.
Yeah. So
I don't want to take something from him right now. Give me Reggie Bush. He made the cut, and we're down to 2.
Okay, 2 Heisman running backs again. Who missed the cut? Presented by the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, which, by the way, February 27th through March 2nd. I mean, if you want to host clients, you want to mingle with friends, and maybe even treat yourself in one of those new luxury hospitality venues, type it in your web browser right now, cognizantclassic.com. We got 2 running backs left, 2 Heisman-winning running backs. One of them's got to miss the cut, Bo Jackson and Archie Griffin. It almost becomes a little easier now.
No, I cannot believe that I'm going to say this as an Ohio State Buckeye. I believe that Bo Jackson is the next pick that we've got to have to make the cut. Let me tell you why. 2-sport athlete.
Yeah.
One of the first times we'd ever seen it. Dominated both sports to the point of was an all-pro as he made it to the next level. I think that man and that type of ability to do something to that effect at the highest levels, I think that's where we've got to go. I know C-Cat's going to give me a little side eye, a little fish eye here.
Well, here's the thing. Here's what I'll say too. Bo knows, right? Like Bo Jackson, the brand, the human being, like the personality, everything about Bo Jackson is much larger than life than Archie Griffin, who more so was important to a region and not the nation at large as much.
And can I say something else? Who's our parent company here? ESPN?
Yes, sir.
They did a 30 for 30 on Bo Jackson.
Bo knows.
They didn't do a 30 for 30 on my guy Archie.
And and I will say, out of fairness for Archie, only player in college football history with 2 Heismans. Did it back-to-back, 74-75. No disrespect to history, but somebody's got to go.
Somebody's got to go.
C-Cat?
However, when Bo Jackson won the Heisman, Auburn Tigers were 3-3 in their conference, 8-4 in the season. Bo Jackson, listen, they ran the ball with him a bunch. He had 278 rushing attempts his Heisman season.
Yeah.
And he was mean to the producer of Theoretically Speaking that one time in 2011. And
How old were you when this happened?
Yeah.
I was about, 2011. So I was 13 years old.
That took you too long. Also, did you do the New York accent then? Was he just perturbed by that?
No, I was wearing a Giants jersey.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
I don't know if that had anything to do with it. But he was a little mean to me. I'll be honest. And Archie Griffin, listen, he had 2 Heismans. And this was an era of football in the early 70s where the forward pass was not as advanced as it was. So they were stacking the box.
He's reading Wikipedia.
I can see that. I see the head tilted to the side, looking at the screen.
He's trying to find supporting facts. He didn't know who Archie Griffin was before he walked in the office today.
That is true.
Yeah, how could you when you were born when you were 13 in 2011? Right. You don't know who Archie is.
There's no way.
Hey, but by the way, there's nothing wrong with being 4th.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? There's nothing wrong with being 4th. We're just if you're going into battle, and it's between those 2 gentlemen, I'm taking Bo Jackson.
I think Archie Griffin would take Bo Jackson.
I think so too.
All right, so say it with me, Theo. Or who missed the cut?
Archie Griffin.
Love you, Archie, but sorry, you got to miss the cut on this one. Done.
So wish.
This is not good.
It's crazy.
Hard to watch.
What an upset. That is honestly,
you didn't think that out of me coming in today, did you?
I didn't. So okay, let's kill the music because this was fascinating. We got to have Todd on here more. We have to carve out a second day for you with the surprise you just threw at me because literally when I was coming up with this list of running backs, I was like, I feel like I would cut Archie Griffin, but he's from Ohio. Archie's the only guy on this list with 2 Heismans. Yeah. Todd's going to protect that dude.
Can't do it. You got to be real. You got to be genuine. You got to be honest with what's going on. Yeah. And I just think those 3 other running backs are better. I'd go to battle with them.
That's what I absolutely love, Todd. He's very honest. He's very genuine. He keeps it G. Before we talk again about some of the new stuff around the Cognizant Classic and the Palm Beaches, I want your honest opinion and your honest take. You were real with me about Archie Griffin.
Yeah.
How many years you worked for the Cowboys?
I worked directly for the Cowboys in a company that they owned for 17 years.
17 years with that organization. You saw what happened against Detroit. You saw what happened in Jerry World against Detroit.
On his birthday.
On his birthday, on his 82nd birthday. He's living it up. They got him the cake on primetime TV. Yeah. He's loving it. He's thrilled.
Yeah.
And then they just get absolutely shellacked. And you still kind of pull for the Cowboys to be successful.
Oh, not kind of. It ripped my heart out to watch what's going on this year. So we look, you can come up with all the excuses that you want with 6 men out on injury.
Yeah.
You're at home on your owner's birthday. You got to perform. And right now, they got to look themselves in the mirror and figure out whether or not this season is even salvageable. Or Jerry's going to have to make some decisions.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, he's going to have to make some tough decisions in season about that coaching staff because if we go through another several weeks of this or another year where it's kind of lackluster, mediocre, and Dak's taking some hits and that's the type of mentality that's starting to be created, things have got to change. It's not good in Dallas right now, in my opinion.
Is the season over?
I've stopped short of that. There still is enough time to correct this, but we do got it. Now I'm going to come full circle. You do got to get those guys healthy and figure out what you have. But you've got to win over the next couple of weeks. You got to kind of split until everybody can come back. If not, if they lose, the next couple of weeks, it's over. And you got to start thinking about coaching changes, and you got to start thinking about resting guys so that way you're ready for next year.
How I know I've said it. I've said it, so I'm going to say it again. Sorry to say it in your face. The Cowboy season is over. And how I know it, Todd? That interview from Jerry Jones. I know you heard the audio from it. That interview where he's over here talking about, I'm going to get somebody else to ask me the damn questions. I said, he's crashing out. It's over with. So he was all in, and it went all bad.
That's it. Here, in his defense, I would tell you this. That's a man that's passionate, cares, and has reached an age where he doesn't really care anymore. He's going to tell you how he feels, and he's frustrated with what's going on. So I give him credit. Maybe it's not the thing you should do as an owner. I like the passion behind it. I like where the meaning came from. Shows me he still cares about what's happening. We just got to make some decisions to make sure that it starts to happen on the field.
You know what it does show me, C-Cat, and we've talked about this before on these airwaves. And Stephen A. Smith, he on First Take and all of the programs, he'll say it all the time. People are starting to assume that Jerry Jones cares more about making money than he does about winning.
Yeah.
What that showed me was him getting embarrassed like that, his team getting embarrassed at home. I think he does actually care about. He wants to get a Super Bowl again.
Oh, he
really
needs
does.
A Super Bowl. I mean, look, he's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. They're the most valuable franchise in the world. The facilities and things that they've done are the best of the best.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you don't win. And that's all that man cares about. He needs one more. I know he wants one more for that family. I know him really well.
Yeah.
It matters to them. So you can go about commentary a little bit differently. If I can give a recommendation to a billionaire owner.
If you're open for suggestions.
You may do that a little bit differently, but keep that passion. Just channel it a different way.
Todd, the YouTube chat has been glowing up, literally lit up since you jumped on here. I got one guy here. He says, Todd is a great guest, very well versed in sports. We got Vontae says, Todd's great. He still got to go with Cam Ward, though, for the Heisman, which is cool. I think that's what you were saying as well.
I want him to,
yeah. So I appreciate you pulling up on us here. Todd Fleming, CEO of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. One more time. Is there anything? What's the newest addition?
Yeah, I think people are going to love this.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different things that we're doing at the Bear Trap. One, most notably, and I think people are really going to like this, the Bear Trap now for the Bear Trap ticket itself is going to include beer, wine, seltzer, soda, water.
With the ticket.
Your purchase.
So I don't got to buy that and then keep on. You get some with
food for purchase inside the Bear Trap, but adult beverages, we're including them.
It's gonna be lit.
So it's good. So I think as people start to figure out how they're going to participate and how they're going to show up come February and March, I think that's going to be a real nice inclusion and an elevation to an already pretty spectacular experience. And I would tell everybody this. Tickets are going to go on sale for the tournament in November.
Okay.
So I'll keep the date kind of hidden. We're going to do some teases and get people excited. But you can go to the website now and sign up to get yourself in line.
Mm-hmm.
But in November, individual tickets for the individual days are going to go on sale. But Bear Trap has been elevated. So we're changing the game, not only from the high-end hospitality stuff, but also for the fans and also for the core group of individuals that come out and give us our vibe at Hole 17.
And Todd, you said some of the hospitality suites and stuff are like business owners and people that want to entertain guests and maybe even family and whatnot. Yeah. Some of those hospitality suites already kind of getting booked up. Or is there anything that's sold out? And is there anything still available for people?
Yeah, there is. So last time I came on, we had released Palm Suites, and Palm Suites had sold out very, very quickly. So we released two other products, the Cabanas, which I think we started to allude to in the last time in a concept called Flagler Tables.
Oh, yeah.
So the Cabanas literally sit on the tee box right behind Hole 17.
Mm-hmm.
So in view, it's covered, but the view of the camera as the guys are golfing on Hole 17 Thursday through Sunday, sold out. Cabanas are sold out. So that was a great product for 10 to 15 people.
You're going to tell me something I can't even have. It's like just talking it up. Yeah.
And then the Flagler Tables, which was a 4 to 6 person product that sits inside the Bear Trap, sold out as well. So we're making progress along those lines.
Good, though.
We created something new, though. It's called the 1909 Terrace. So for what we're seeing is that there's a real kind of interest inside of 4, 6, 8 person types of parties, either for a day or
like
over the course of the tournament.
Yeah.
We've created this table concept in this inside the 1909 section. We'll be releasing renders there. Really nice, affordable price point for people to come out on a daily basis or for the week, and it is all-inclusive as well. So there's more to come. So we're starting to really, really ramp up.
Yeah.
Things are starting to close out the door, but we still have opportunities for everybody, whether it's a family member all the way up to the corporations that want to do some business entertainment. We got something for you.
CognizantClassic.com for more information on that, to sign up to be on the ticket list. Again, general admission tickets and more are going to be available in November. He'll give us that date as he continues to pull up on Theoretically Speaking, but also you can get in on some of the hospitality suites if you're trying to host colleagues and clients. Todd, you're already an absolute hit here. We have an open door policy now for Todd Fleming, CEO of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches.
Watch out what you're allowing me to do.
Just give me a heads up. Give me a 15-minute heads up and stop planting callers from Ohio to call in and support you.
Appreciate you, Doug.
Yeah.
We'll tee it up in Jupiter sometime soon, and we'll get the next round of us on this podcast together. So.
Heck yeah, man. That's Todd Fleming. That's CCAT on the ones and twos. When we come back on the other side, we will address what Travis Hunter said and if it hurt or helped him in the Heisman race, plus midday midterms as Tina comes in for the happy hour. She sat this one out. She said she was a little nervous to talk Heisman running backs of past. She saw Archie Griffin, and unlike CCAT, who faked like he knew who Archie Griffin was, she said, I'll sit this one out.
I told Tina, I said you abandoned me in the room. So she needs to come in next time so that way we have a little different presence.
Yeah, a little more vibe. I mean, you bring some good energy to it too, but she brings the presence, the personality, and she just looks better than all three of them. That's just the truth of the matter. Yeah. Tina on the other side, Espresso Martina. That's CCAT. Thank you again, Todd. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
This is the Sports Business Minute presented by FAU MBA in Sport Management. Adidas and Patrick Mahomes announced the signing of 6 student athletes at Texas Tech University to NIL deals, making them the inaugural Team Mahomes, the 3-time Super Bowl champions NIL initiative with Adidas. The deals come just weeks after Adidas and Texas Tech announced a groundbreaking 10-year partnership that made Adidas the official footwear, uniform, apparel, and accessory partner of the Texas Tech Red Raiders. This is the Sports Business Minute presented by the FAU MBA in Sport Management program. Accelerate your career in sports with the program committed to developing top-notch executives and managers with a focus on the job placement for students and graduates. The FAU MBA in Sport Management program.
There's something that binds us all. The constant hunger to improve. The obsession with every detail, and the reward of a custom fitting taking your game to a whole new level. We're all bound by 2 words said by golfers worldwide. Schedule your fitting at Edwin Watts Golf Shops. Find your local store at worldwidegolf.com. Get there.
Palm Beach County's premier college football event is back. Don't miss the 2024 Boca Raton Bowl, Wednesday, December 18th from FAU Stadium and broadcast live on ESPN. Last year's game saw in-state Rising Power USF beat Syracuse out of the ACC. What will this year's game have in store? Big names, big teams, big action. The 2024 Boca Raton Bowl, December 18th at FAU Stadium on ESPN. Don't miss out. Find out more at BocaRatonBowl.com.
Now for a PNC pause. PNC Bank is committed to helping the customers and the communities they serve move forward financially. See how they can make a difference for you at PNC.com.
Welcome to Homestead Miami, your home for the racing high life. A track as vibrant and colorful as South Florida. An Xfinity and Craftsman Truck Series playoffs doubleheader on Saturday. A Cup Series playoffs showdown on Sunday. And it's all caliente.
Side by side for the race lead.
NASCAR playoffs weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway, October 26th and 27th. Get your tickets now at homesteadmiamispeedway.com.
Good job, guys.
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees in the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 20 national championships, including the 2024 Women's Swimming and Diving Championship and 2023 football, lacrosse, and men's swimming and diving titles. Visit KUSeahawks.com for the latest.
ESPN 1063 is presented by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
They can help you if you're in an accident, but your fantasy football team, not so much.
Hey, it's Josh Cohen. When you need auto repair, honesty and reliability are everything. Trust the home for honest, reliable service since 1970. St. Lucie Battery and Tire. St. Lucie Battery and Tire has all the tire and battery brands in stock for cars, trucks, RVs, marine, power sports, golf carts, everything. Major and minor service repairs, free tire pressure, battery checks. St. Lucie Battery and Tire, over 50 years in our community. And now with 18 full-service locations, West Palm to the Treasure Coast. Go to slbt.com. That's slbt.com.
Banyan Printing, your trusted printing, mailing, and signage partner in the Palm Beaches for over 45 years. Banyan Printing's new metallic ink press adds that extra shine so that your product comes out in glossy gold, sparkling silver, or any other color you want to shine. Banyan Printing is the official printer of Kaiser Athletics and would love to be your official printing partner as well. Order products and learn more about what Banyan Printing can do for your business at banyanonline.com or call 561-586-6220.
Tired of being sidelined by a sports injury? Get back in the game with Baptist Health Orthopedic Care. Whether you're a professional athlete or even a weekend warrior, you can get back to doing what you love with our compassionate orthopedic team. Experience a new level of care and get back to your best. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Make an appointment today at baptisthealth.net/ortho or call 833-556-6764.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Hey, C-Cat, how about some trivia? You asked the question before. Who from the New Orleans Saints, or excuse me, Drew Brees was entered into the New Orleans Saints Ring of Honor.
Yeah, Hall of Fame they called it.
Hall of
apparently.
Fame.
Different franchise to franchise.
Sure.
Marquise Colston has caught the most touchdowns from Drew Brees in Drew Brees' career. Who has the second most touchdown catches delivered by Drew Brees in the regular season?
Okay, I'll have to think about this one for a second. While I think about it, let me tell you, though, because Drew Brees, the reason why he's so stamped in New Orleans, the reason why he goes into their Hall of Fame is because he was a champion. So as I think about who would have caught the most regular season touchdowns, second most regular season touchdowns with Drew Brees, this goes from the Chargers to the Saints days. I'll tell you a little bit about some champions I know right around the corner, and that is those Seahawks. Is that a Seahawk sound?
That's a bird sound.
It's just a general bird sound. Okay. It's better than your New York accent, so it's better than that. The Kaiser Seahawks, man, they're right over there on the flagship campus of Kaiser University. All of their programs are, but also while you're there, maybe when you're checking out a little soccer, checking out some lacrosse, all the NAIA champions out there, maybe you stumble into that Kaiser Golf Coaching Center. I've told you about it so many different times. Kaiser Golf Coaching Center is literally the place that I would recommend you to go to tune up your golf game, because that's where I saw my improvement. I've had lessons at different places before, but it wasn't until I got to Coach Pete. My Saturday mornings, it was you and me, Tina, when we first started off.
It was. I had so much fun. I love starting my Saturdays that way.
That was a great way just to learn your clubs a little bit better, learn your distances, work on your swing, work out any of the kinks you have. And we were both starting from a very basic level.
We were, and we had fun little competitions here and there.
Yeah.
It was good.
The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center, KaiserGolfCenter.com. They work with novices. They work with pros. It's because they train you like a pro no matter what level you come in at. They're going to get you to that next one above that. KaiserGolfCenter.com. KaiserGolfCenter.com. Pull up on them and tell them Theo sent you. Please do. That'll help us.
All right.
TCAT.
So the answer to the trivia question is yet to be
Okay, I'll
announced.
give it to you right here. I'll give you the answer right here. So I was actually discussing this with Todd Fleming, CEO of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, who just walked out here. It's either Jimmy Graham. It's three people. It's either one of three people. Jimmy Graham, the slant savant Michael Thomas, or Antonio Gates. But I can't, in this big, thick skull of mine, remember how long Drew Brees played for the Chargers and how many touchdowns he would have thrown to Antonio Gates, because also there were a lot of LaDainian Tomlinson touchdowns packed in there, so it wasn't like that Chargers offense was just a funnel to the tight end, but I'm sure Antonio Gates probably had like 3 double-digit touchdown years with Drew Brees. So it's those three guys. I'll go ahead and take away Michael Thomas. No Michael Thomas. Can we get a ruling on that?
What's the ruling?
No Michael Thomas.
So, is that correct or incorrect?
I'm saying, am I right in saying Michael Thomas is not the answer? Thank you. It would have been too obvious. So, no Michael Thomas. It's got to be one of the two tight ends, Jimmy Graham with the Saints, and I'm going to go Antonio Gates, man. Was it Jimmy?
It was Jimmy.
Dang.
Jimmy Graham had 51 receiving touchdowns delivered by Drew Brees. Marquise Colston, I told you, he was number 1 on the list with 72.
Yeah.
Then it was Lance Moore with 38.
Nobody would have guessed that.
Yeah. Michael Thomas with 29. Robert Meacham with 25.
I think Antonio Gates.
Antonio Gates was next with 23.
You can't have 2 good trivia days in a row,
I know.
Theo. I'm sorry.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm getting greedy.
You're on a high. We got to get you back down a little bit.
Yeah. That's fine. You know what? I'll take my lumps. Right there. I lost that trivia one. It wasn't for lack of trying. I'm a little bit hurt from that. I'm a little bit sore from that. And I know one of my best buds, one of my guys in this area, Reggie LaRoche, he would know exactly where to send me. My soreness from trivia does not equate to joint pain. But if you are experiencing any kind of maybe foot and ankle pain, I mean, have you ever had that, Tina, foot or ankle pain?
Oh, totally. With this marathon training I'm doing, I'm feeling it.
Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit BaptistHealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting BaptistHealth.net/ortho. Yeah, Baptist Health is the place to go if you're having any of that soreness. If you are panicked at all about some joint pain. Tina, or Express, what was that? What was that sound?
What was what?
I heard that too.
You heard a sound?
It was outside.
Okay, it was outside.
The studio.
It was like really loud.
Yes.
Like, did somebody like hit a cow?
I don't think anybody listening heard it.
Okay,
I didn't
well,
hear it either.
I didn't know.
No one did, but I heard it.
Both of us, I heard it and reacted, and I wasn't going to say anything, but then I noticed Tina reacted as well, and I just had to make sure. So I lost my train of thought on that. But what I'll get back to is, Tina, you're in the middle of your marathon training right now. Where are you in the stages of that? I know that you actually run the marathon like the second or third week of December. What was the last like long run you've done?
So I'm in week 11 out of 19 of the training that I'm doing. I'm going to run 16 miles tomorrow, which is the longest I will have ever ran.
Really? So tomorrow's going to be the longest run in Espresso Martina's life.
Yes, but last Saturday I did 15 and I felt really good.
Okay, cool.
So I'm not nervous.
Yeah, you got this.
I'm not nervous. I'm feeling really good actually.
How many different are you wearing the same shoes every single time, or have you bought multiple training shoes to run it?
So I'm at a point where I had to buy new shoes.
Yeah.
And I actually will be doing that very soon because you're only supposed to put so many miles, they say, on shoes, which is interesting. But I'm going through, like, as I'm going through this training, like realizing, okay, like there's your body like does get affected by it. And like my feet are right now at like the worst part of it. Like that's what I'm dealing with right now. I'm not dealing with like my cardio is great. Like I'm feeling like really good running. It's like my feet are getting destroyed really. I've had to switch socks. I have to put Band-Aids on my feet. Like I have blisters. Like it's intense.
Yeah.
So I'm at a point where I have to get new shoes, but I'm feeling really good.
That's good. That's good. We were talking running backs earlier. Ashton Jeanty, a Boise State running back, is in line to be the first running back since Derrick Henry in 2015 to win the Heisman. He, at this point, he might run a marathon amount of yards this year for Boise State because every single play C-Cat is just like a hike the ball, turn around, and give it to the maniac who's just standing straight up.
Yeah, you know, we're prize picks guys. So the projections for Ashton Jeanty are like a more than or less than 2.5 rushing touchdowns, which is just unheard of in any player ever.
Yeah, like 187 rushing yards, more or less. I'm like, what?
And he more often than not hits the more than.
Yes, that's the scary part. One time I made the mistake of hitting less on Ashton Jeanty, and I regretted it instantly. Like 2 snaps in, I was like, oh, I think that's going to lose. So I was like, that's too high of a number.
But believe it or not, here on ESPN Radio, even going back into ESPN West Palm lore, we're not all on the same page that Ashton Jeanty should be in line to win the Heisman right now. Could you believe that?
How not? Who doesn't think Ashton Jeanty should win the Heisman right now?
Both Hembo and Evan Cohen. Earlier on Greeny Today, they had this to say.
He's that talented. We're like, he's not wrong relative to if he had as many of one thing as other players.
Talking about Travis Hunter.
So they're saying
I'm going to say Travis Hunter is right there. I wonder if Shador is more of a candidate, though. But I think the voters, because those two may split, may go with the Boise State running back, Jeanty, as you just said.
Travis Hunter is absolutely the Heisman Trophy winner if I had to vote today.
But what if the votes get split amongst the people that are saying, I have to vote for the one of Colorado guys, and then they get split between the two of them?
I'm not suggesting that won't happen. I'm just suggesting that I'm not here for it. And if I had a vote, I would cast it for Travis Hunter, who, before he got injured last week, was averaging 127 snaps a game.
Cut him off. He's not. I'm glad you're not a voter, Hembo. I'm glad you're not a voter. Travis Hunter does not. And I'm a Travis Hunter supporter. I like the guy. He's from West Palm Beach originally. He is a two-way athlete, which is like unheard of at that level in college football. He is elite as a wide receiver and a defensive back. Ashton Jeanty is the Heisman frontrunner right now. He has been more prolific this season. Plus, hasn't Hunter, he missed half of a game. The Colorado Buffs already have 2 losses, and they're likely going to stack up more. Jeanty's clearly the frontrunner.
Yeah, I think so. When you're doing something historic, you deserve the award.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Ashton Jeanty is doing right now. He's blowing previous running back Heisman seasons out of the water at the pace that he's at right now.
Did you see the stat compare? They compared Ashton Genty's running back stats to Derrick Henry's and Reggie Bush's in their Heisman season, and it's just like it almost looks like it's a season-long Genty versus their stuff. It is absolutely incredible. I don't want to go too deep into the weeds with that. Do we have time for the midday midterms here?
Yeah, we sure do.
All right, so one thing I'll say before we get into the midday midterms, when are you running your actual marathon, Tina? Because we're talking running backs. We're talking about you running yourself into the ground every weekend here, preparing for one. 16 miles tomorrow. When's the actual date of your marathon?
December 15th.
Ah.
Remember, I have that crazy week. It's the same week of the Boca Raton Bowl at FAU, December 18th.
Well, you don't say.
Yes.
Well, what the heck?
I was giving you some music.
Well, the midday midterms is brought to you by that very Boca Raton Bowl game. I mean, it's Palm Beach County's premier college football event, and it's back. It's going to be the same week as your marathon, December 18th.
Yes.
So you're not going to want to miss the 2024 Boca Raton Bowl game, Wednesday, December 18th from FAU Stadium, or if you're running a marathon 3 days earlier, just think about it as, just a few days after my marathon. It's going to be broadcast live on ESPN. Last year's game, we saw Rising Power in the state USF beat Syracuse out of the ACC, and they beat them like they stole something. So what will this game have in store? Big names, big teams, and of course the big action, the 2024 Boca Raton Bowl, December 18th from FAU Stadium on ESPN. Don't miss out. BocaRatonBowl.com. C-Cat, what are we grading first?
Thanks for coming here, boys and girls. Today we grade hard cider.
Hard cider, I'll give it I like hard ciders. Especially the one of, I won't say any brands, I'll give it an A-.
I'm going to give it a B. I like ciders.
Nice.
But it's not like my go-to.
Oh, exactly the go-to it is for me. Kind of said that backwards, but it is the go-to for me, dude. I'm a hard cider fiend. I call them cides. Dude, I've been housing ciders at home. I've never drunken at home on a regular basis until these past couple of weekends because it's a lot cheaper to do that than go out. I've been dominating the hard cider in my fridge.
Oh, my God.
Hey, you didn't want to say any brands.
Yeah.
Any brands out there want to become the official sponsor of Theoretically Speaking?
Yeah.
Or maybe me in particular?
I was about to say.
Hit me up, please.
Or is there a specific, or you just want to leave it open? You don't know, there's no specific brand that
All
you're drinking
ciders.
heavy right now. You're
All
dominating
one
of
of them.
them.
Actually, screw that. Angry Orchard. Shout out my boys and girls because my aunt Erica actually works for Angry Orchard. She's a tour person there in Walden, New York. It only makes sense.
Aunt, pull up on them and give them it's funny you say that. That was literally the hard cider I was going to say. I used to bang Angry Orchards when I was back in doing a TV in South Georgia. Right around the pool. They're so crisp and cool. Fresh out the fridge.
See,
I'm not going to get into it.
I can't drink beer.
Yeah.
So I drink the next best thing.
Yeah.
Cider.
Angry Orchard. Wow. I did not know we were going to stumble upon that. What are we grading next on the midday midterms?
How about the 2024 rookie quarterback class?
Oh,
We've seen about a trimester of a season from them. How do you grade them so far?
A+. It's going to be the greatest rookie class of quarterbacks in the history of the NFL. I said that in the offseason. I stand by that take. Tina, how do you grade the rookie quarterbacks this year?
I'm going to give it a C because I have no idea. I don't know anything about them, but you are saying good things.
Yes.
So great.
We'll give them a C+.
C's are
then.
passing.
Yeah.
So
imagine your college professor did that about your grade. They said, I don't know how he's doing in the class. I don't read the homework. C+.
C.
Dang.
C's get degrees.
What do you give them, C-Cat?
They started really slow, and we got scared. We talked off air. You declared before the season that this would be the greatest quarterback class of all time.
Yeah.
And we got scared. We kind of got scared off the cliff after the first couple of weeks. But now we're looking at Jaden Daniels not only be a Rookie of the Year candidate, but be an MVP candidate.
Yes.
We're seeing Caleb Williams and the
back.
Bears come on strong. I'm going to give him a B+ right now.
Drake May?
One start, but, he'll get there.
I mean, we'll see this weekend when he gets Doug Peterson fired. That was the midday midterm. Do we have one more?
No, we don't.
Midday midterms, we wrap it up like that here on the happy hour with Tina, and we don't have a last call for y'all today. But just in the theme of it all, we'll at least have that beat on the way out. Tina, thank you so much for pulling up on us. Been a fun happy hour. Sorry that it was shortened because Todd Fleming took up your time.
It's okay.
I'll get him for that. That's C-Cat. That's Tina. And this is your chance. NASCAR giveaways happening on Facebook. You have until October 21st at 9 a.m. to enter. That's 3 days away. The same span between the Boca Bowl and Tina's Marathon. 3 days away from your last chance to enter the NASCAR giveaways on Facebook. 2 tickets to NASCAR's Craftsman Truck Series Playoff and NASCAR Xfinity Series Playoff doubleheaders taking place on Saturday, October 26th at Homestead Miami Speedway. And if you don't win, well, you just get your tickets at HomesteadMiamiSpeedway.com. That's HomesteadMiamiSpeedway.com. Rome. I've heard Mike Rizzo do that. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
It's time to save thousands during the model year-end sales event at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. The new 2025 Kias are on the ground, which means the 2024s need to go. A new 2024 Kia Forte LXS for only $149 per month. Make no payments until next year. Plus, we want your trade. You can get up to $6,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade. And if you have a job bringing home $350 per week, we want to improve your credit so you can drive home your new Kia today. Only at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach. Call 800-NEW-KIAs or visit online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com. Qualified applicants through KFA, 24-month lease, $34.99 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year, 0 security deposit required, plus tax tag and $9.99 admin fee. Negative equity refinanced. 90 days deferred payments. Interest accrues from date of purchase. Discount includes all factory rebates to dealer. Offers don't combine. Expires 11/5/24.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
This is the Delray Beach Open. Don't miss today's top professional tennis stars and legends in downtown Delray Beach. February 7th through 16th. It's 10 days of tennis on the Ave. 140 miles per hour races, parties, music, art, and all the good vibes. Come for the nonstop action on and off the court. Snap pics and post memories at the DBO. Join us for a jam-packed week of ATP tennis matches. More fun, more food, more drink, more parties, more of everything. DelrayBeachOpen.com for info.
Theo here. EDS is yes. You've heard me say that over and over. So I need you to keep this website in mind too. EDSIsYes.com. For the most trusted AC specialist here in Palm Beach County, EDSIsYes.com. For 24/7 support, EDS is a trained comfort specialist. It's hard to stop a train. There are so many reasons why EDS is yes when it comes to your air conditioning and plumbing. EDSIsYes.com. That's EDSIsYes.com.
Fall in love with your favorite sweet treats at DQ Grill & Chill. Featuring the blizzards of the month, pumpkin pie with world-famous soft serve, real pumpkin pieces, whipped topping, and nutmeg. Or the French silk pie blizzard, combining all those iconic velvety rich flavors, plus new blizzards on DQ's fall menu, such as caramel Java chip, Reese's Pieces cookie dough, and salted caramel truffle. If that's too much and need a quick kick, try the new DQ White Mocha Shake. DQ Grill & Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road, and US 1, just south of North Lake.
Palm Beach County's premier college football event is back. Don't miss the 2024 Boca Raton Bowl, Wednesday, December 18th from FAU Stadium and broadcast live on ESPN. Last year's game saw in-state Rising Power USF beat Syracuse out of the ACC. What will this year's game have in store? Big names, big teams, big action. The 2024 Boca Raton Bowl, December 18th at FAU Stadium on ESPN. Don't miss out. Find out more at BocaRatonBowl.com.
Hey, Steph Prince here, General Manager of ESPN West Palm, to tell you about a team that has meant a lot to me and this community for a long time. Bob and the team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning have been helping me stay cool for years, whether at home or in the office. And living in South Florida with 3 kids, I don't know what I'd do without them. Family owned and operated, serving Royal Palm Beach and beyond since 1980. Let the knowledgeable and trained team at Bradley help you with your residential and commercial needs, installation, repair, seasonal maintenance, upgrades of all makes and styles and models of HVAC equipment, and so much more. Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning does things right the first time and makes the process smooth, stress-free, and most importantly, keeps you cool. Give them a call at 561-793-7497. That's 561-793-7497 or BradleyAir.com. Any need, big or small, trust the amazing team at Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning.
All right, good people, it's time for your Prize Picks plays of the day. If you don't know what Prize Picks is, I've been talking to you about it ever since we got back on the app. It's America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members, including myself and CCAT. It's the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. The best part about Prize Picks right now, NBA season is right around the corner. Basketball season is right around the corner, and Prize Picks has a new free square. Anthony Edwards, more than 0.5 points. Every time you hit that, and you pair that along with a couple other more or lesses on other players' projections, you get yourself a chance to get closer and closer to 100x your money, closer and closer to bagging on the edges that you have on some of these games. So, of course, football is this weekend. I want to give you a couple of picks I feel confident in. Jahmyr Gibbs, his player projection on Prize Picks right now, 75.5 yards for rushing plus receiving. He's done that alone on the ground 2 out of their last 5 games, and he's done those 2 numbers combined in pretty much every game this season. Hit more on that number, plus Justin Jefferson to go above 99.5 receiving yards. Those are your Prize Picks plays of the day. Make sure you download the app. Put in promo code THEOD if you want $50 for free. If you don't want $50 free, then I don't know what to tell you. If you want the $50 free, promo code THEOD and play a $5 lineup. Go in love, go in peace, go enjoy.
The quality of our choices affects the quality of our lives. So, when it comes to how you move, do you choose to see a doctor or go to the #1 orthopedic specialist in the